guys, it's Miss Coker. We are going to read a book today. It is called Night Tree, and it is a book that takes place during the Christmas time, and it is about a family that has a special tradition on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So I want you to listen to this story. You're going to do some activities that are in your orange take-home folder that go with this. Some of the questions that you're going to have to answer, and you might want to think about these while you're listening to the story, are how does the family react when they see their tree? Why do you think the animals do not come to visit the tree when the family is near it? What does the boy imagine happens to the tree after they leave and on Christmas Day? And you're going to describe Luke's forest, that's the forest that the tree is in. And why do you think the family visits their tree at night? Okay, so I want you to listen to Night Tree, and it is written by Eve Bunting. We've also read other books by Eve Bunting, like The Wall, and so you might remember her when we read that during Veterans Day. On the night before Christmas, we always go to find our tree. We bundle up so we're warm. Nina is already wearing her boots that are too big for her. She has been wearing them all day. Dad sets our box in the back of the truck with the rest of our stuff, and the four of us squish into the front seat. We drive through the bright Christmas streets to where the dark and quiet begin. Nina is almost asleep in Mom's lap when we stop. Are we there? I ask, and Dad says yes, and rolls down the windows so we can smell the tree smell. We scramble out. There are oaks growing here and alder and maples that are bare now and white in the moonshine. The pines and the spruces and the firs are green. This is called Luke's forest, but Dad says it's not really a forest, just a nice forgotten place where our town ends. Dad goes first on the path between the trees, carrying our box and the big red lantern. Mom and Nina go next, holding hands. I come last with the blanket. So you can see that Luke's forest, he said, is not really a forest, but as much as it's a forgotten place where the town ends. But there are trees, and it's quiet, and it's dark. So that might help you answer a question. It hasn't snowed yet. It's so cold my breath hurts. The sky is spattered with stars, and the moon, big as the basketball, slides in and out between the treetops. Dad's lantern sweeps ahead. Look, he whispers. We stop. A deer is watching us. I see the brightness of its eyes. Then it turns and it's gone. Here's our tree, Dad says. It's been our tree forever and ever. We walk around it and touching it. It's grown since last year, I say. Mom puts her hand on my shoulder. So have you. So have I, Nina said. Nina hates to be left out. So now you're seeing how they react when they see their tree. An owl hoots. Deep in the darkness, there are secrets all around us. Can I put on the popcorn chain, Nina asks. She hops up and down and right out of one of her boots. Mom helps her get it back on. Nina takes one end of the chain and I take the other, and we wind it around our tree. We've brought apples and tangerines with strings on them, and we hang them from the branches. It's hard to hang string loops when you have gloves on, but it's too cold to take them off. For weeks, we've been making balls of sunflower seeds and pressed millet and honey. We hang those too. We scattered shelled nuts and breadcrumbs and pieces of apple underneath for the little creatures who can't climb very well. Our tree looks pretty. Mother says I should spread the blankets so we can sit and admire our tree. She has brought a thermos of hot chocolate. I gave my gloves and toast my hands around my warm cup. Dad turns off the lantern and we stay quiet, hoping some of the little animals will come while we're here, hoping the deer will come back, but it doesn't. I wonder why the animals don't come back. It's shy, Dad says. I'm shy too, Nina says. Maybe they're scared that the humans will hurt them. Before we leave, she and I get to choose a Christmas carol to sing. I choose "O Come All Ye Faithful." Nina chooses "Old MacDonald Had a Farm." That's not a Christmas song, silly, I tell her, but Mom says it's fine and a very nice song too. We sing fast because there are lots of verses and it's getting colder. After the last EIO, we gather up our things and head for the truck. I look back once. Our tree has folded itself into the darkness, but I think I can still see it. Stars caught up in its branches and the moon swinging lopsided on top. Nina gets tired and Dad has to wrap her in a blanket and carry her. I carry her boots. Later in bed, I think about our tree, and sometimes next day when the aunts and uncles and the cousins are at our house and it's noisy and happy, I let my mind go back to Luke's forest. I think of the birds having Christmas dinner and the squirrels and the possums and the raccoons and the skunks. There might even be a bear because Dad says bears don't really sleep all winter, and if one's going to wake up, I sure bet it would wake up for Christmas. Maybe a fox has come, stepping high on its thin, sharp paws, and they're all there together, singing their own Christmas songs on Christmas Day around our tree. And look what they're doing. They're having their own Christmas dinner. The end. Okay, so you have a paper that looks like this. It has the questions on it about the family and about the book Night Tree. How does the family react when they see their tree? You know, they talk about how it's grown and about how they have grown, that they're happy to see it probably, and they start decorating it with the food for the animals. Why do you think that the animals do not come to visit the tree? We discussed that while we were reading. Maybe the animals are shy. Maybe that the animals are scared that they will get hurt with the humans nearby. What does the boy imagine happens to the tree after they leave and on Christmas Day? We talked about that, or the book talked about that at the end of the book. He thinks that maybe that they're singing their own Christmas songs, they're having Christmas dinner, and that maybe even bears come up. Describe Luke's forest. We talked about how that is in the book, how it's not really a forest. It's at the end of town. It's dark. It's quiet. There's trees there. Obviously, there's animals there. Why do you think the family visits their tree at night? And that's something I want you to think about. So why do you think that they visit it at night? You also have another paper that is the Somebody Wanted But So Then. Remember, the somebody is the characters in the story. I'm not going to fill this out because I want you to do it since we've done these many times before. These are the characters in the story. The main character who is telling the story is the boy, is the main character. What did he want to do? What is something that the character wanted? Okay? You're not writing what I'm writing because this is not the answer, but this is to give you hints. What did the character want? But what was the problem in the story? There really wasn't a whole big problem in the story as much as what did they do? The problem maybe was that the trees their tree was bare and they didn't have it didn't have food on it for animals to eat. So how did they solve the problem? That's the so. So what did the family do to solve the problem? And then what happened at the end? Okay, so you need to tell me what happened at the end. And when you do all of this, you're able to give a summary of what the book is about. So you can tell somebody who's not read the book or listened to the book what it's about by using somebody wanted but so then. So you're going to do that. You also have another paper about Night Tree. It says, how is your family like the one in the story? How are they different? So you need to tell me how your families are alike. I can fill this out by me. This is not you, but my families have, we both have Christmas traditions. We both do a tradition on Christmas Eve night. So, and then you're going to talk about how they're different. The Night Tree family goes to their tree on Christmas Eve night. My family, we usually go to church on Christmas Eve night. And then put reindeer food out on the lawn. We also put, and I wrote this too big, but we also put cookies and milk out for Santa, and then we get ready to go to bed and we wait for Santa. So this is something that you'll fill out. Again, this is mine because this is my traditions, not necessarily yours. So you need to fill it out according to what traditions you have for your family. If you need to go back and re-listen to the story, you're more than welcome to do so, or look at the examples that we have here of what you're supposed to do on your sheets for Night Tree. If you have any questions, let me know. Thank you.